When given a question where we need to factorise and then solve, or hence solve, we need to consider two things. We first need to consider the last thing in our quadratic. So in this case, that's this minus 20. The two numbers we're looking for are going to multiply to give us minus 20. And then we need to look at our middle part, our x coefficient, because the two numbers are also going to add to give us this value. Remember to take the signs with them. It's really important, as the signs can make a lot of difference. So the first thing you're going to do is list the factors of minus 20, or whatever your end number is. So when I list the factors of minus 20, well, I know 1 and 20 would give me 20, but I need a negative. It's a negative 1. You've also got 2 and 10. Make one of them negative. You've also got 5 and 4. Make one of them negative. They are not the only combinations. You then need to do the reverse. So the same two numbers, but the negative on the other side. So I'm going to get 1 and minus 20. I'm going to get 2 and minus 10. And I'm going to get 5 and minus 4. We then know, so draw yourself another column, that we need to add them because our goal is to get minus 19. So if we start adding them, we can eliminate the combinations that are not going to give us that answer of a minus 19 when we add them together. So minus 1 add 20 is the same as saying 20 take away 1. That would just give me 19. 10 and minus 2 when I add them together is just going to give me 8. Minus 5 add 4 is minus 1. 1 add minus 20 or minus 20 add 1 is indeed minus 19. You can stop here or you can complete the rest if you would like. However, there is only one combination that would give us this answer. So we're going to be working with this one here. So into our bracket then, for the factorised part, you need to get x and you're going to get plus 1 because you have positive 1, and you're going to get an x with minus 20 because we have minus 20. We then say that we are going to solve this. The only difference when we solve, as you can see, is that the quadratic is put equal to 0. So we put our factorised brackets equal to 0. This simply means that one of the brackets has to equal 0. The quick way, and a little bit of a cheats method if you're happy with these, is just to remember that whatever numbers you have inside, your answers are going to be that number with the opposite sign. So I have a positive 1, so one of my answers must be negative 1, and I have a negative 20, so one of my answers must be positive 20. You don't have to put the plus on positive 20, but you can for completeness if you wish. We have then solved this because we have found the two values that x could have that would give us 0. Because if we have minus 1, we end up with minus 1 add 1, which we know is 0, and then that 0 times the other bracket. Regardless of what it would give us, anything times 0 is 0. The same if we had positive 20. Yes, we'd get 21 in the first bracket, but we then get 20, take away 20, which is 0. 21 times 0 is still 0. So if you're happy with the idea that once you have your factorised bracket to solve, all we need to do is find these values, which are just these, with the opposite sign.